Hello colleagues, my name is Possible and I'll be your tutor for today. Today we are going to look at how to master some secrets in consumer and producer surplus. So we are bringing the two together and then we look at the secrets behind them. These secrets come in as a result of changes or adjustments that we do on the curves. I hope it makes sense. Now considering the curve, this is our supply curve and then this is our demand curve. So now listen to me carefully. Sometimes in exams you get supply function, get demand functions. When you are performing computation, they will tell you that there has been a change in the supply function. Please, if the supply function changes, it means that the supply curve will change and the supply schedule will change. So when the supply function changes, it will affect the supply curve, and when it affects the supply curve, then the consumer supply, the producer surplus is going to also change. So when there is a change in supply curve, producer surplus will change, and when there is a change in demand curve, consumer surplus is going to change. Listen to me carefully. When there is a change in equilibrium price, the two of them, consumer surplus and producer surplus, will change. Listen to me. When there is a change in equilibrium price, producer surplus will change and consumer surplus will change. Put it at the back of your mind. Look at the secret behind. Now, looking at this curve, we have supply curve, we have demand curve. Now we could trace this portion, which is the equilibrium, to here, and then we get our equilibrium quantity, and then we trace here to here, and we get our equilibrium price. I hope it makes sense. Now, at normal circumstance, here is our consumer surplus. Remember the definition is the area below the demand curve but above the equilibrium price. And then here is the producer surplus. Remember the definition is the area above the supply curve but below the equilibrium price. So here, this portion, the right angle triangle here, is what is called the consumer surplus, right? It's what is called the consumer surplus. And then the right angle here, right angle triangle here, is what is called producer surplus. I hope it makes sense. Nice one. Now, having understood this one, we are trying to add some changes to the curves. Now, assuming that there is a change in supply curve, whereby supply curve is moving from, okay, let me clean this one, it's moving from zero to here, from 0 to here to P1 or P0. We could see that for the supply function, it has moved or shifted to this portion, and because of the shift in the supply function, the equilibrium also has moved from here to here. Can you see it? It has moved from here to here. And if the equilibrium moves upward, it means that our new equilibrium price is no more going to be this, but it's going to be this. It's going to be this. And if the equilibrium price also shifts upward from here to here, it means that the consumer surplus is also going to be reduced. It's going to be only this portion. It's going to be only this portion. It's going to be only this portion. Excluding this portion. So it means that this portion has been cut off. understand it. When there are shifts or adjustment or changes in the curves, you should be able to understand them. So before the change, our consumer surplus was half times the base. The base was, before the change, it was this one here to here. So the base was this. Equilibrium quantity times equilibrium times height, and the height was this one, and this one, these two. Before the change, this and this. So P1 minus the equilibrium price. That is before. After the change in the supply curve, our equilibrium price has shifted here. The equilibrium itself has shifted upward here, and the price has come here. So the new function is going to be a half times base, and the base is here. Which is our new equilibrium. The base is our new equilibrium. That is the base. So it will become 1. And the height also is no more this one, but the height is this one. So from here to here. So we get P1 times P1 minus PE1. So that is the height, the new height is here. I hope it makes sense. Now let us look at the producer surplus, and then from there we close a chapter to the changes. These are the secrets. They are very, very important. You have to pay attention to them. They are very, very, very crucial. So we have our consumer surplus here, and then we are focusing on the producer surplus. This is our equilibrium, right? This is our equilibrium price, and now there has been a change. So our new equilibrium is here. Our new equilibrium price 1 is up here. Now look at it. Whilst the demand, the consumer surplus is decreasing, the producer surplus is increasing. Look at it. Whilst the consumer surplus, look at it. Now the supply curve has moved from here to here, right? Now it has moved from here to here, and then it has also shifted from here to here. So we could see that the demand zone, which is the consumer surplus, has decreased by this margin, and this margin which has decreased or which has been deducted from the consumer surplus is now adding up to the producer surplus. So the producer surplus will also extend from here to here to here. So the producer surplus will be from here, because this is our new supply function. So here will be no more our equilibrium price. So we clean this one, so it will come here. I hope you could see that. So that will be our producer surplus. So if you look at it carefully, you could see that this one too, we have lost a portion, and the portion is here. Initially, it was part of the producer surplus for the former, for this curve. But when we came to this curve, it is not part. But we have gained it here. the portion of the consumer surplus that has been added to the producer surplus. I hope it makes sense. Look at it carefully. Please watch it over and over and over. So we are saying that when the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity changes, or the producer, the supply curve or the consumer curve change, automatically the producer surplus and the consumer surplus are going to change. That is the idea. And when they change, how are we going to calculate for them? Now looking at this one, the formula for producer surplus before producer surplus, producer surplus. Now before producer surplus, it was half times the base. Before the base, it was here, equilibrium quantity times the height. Look at the height before the change. Height, it was here 0 to equilibrium price. This one 0 to this one before the change. 0 to this one. So the height is P E. Can you see it? Because P minus 0 is the same as P before the change. After the change, half times the base. Now the base is now here. After the change, we are talking about this one. After the change, we are talking about here, this one, P1. So after the change, we are talking about this base, QE1 times the price, and the price after the change. The price starts from here. It doesn't start from here anymore. It starts from here, this one, and ends here. This one and this one. So the price is going to be PE1 minus P0. That is what we are going to get. Look at it carefully. I'm giving you 10 seconds. Look at it carefully. Look at them carefully. In our next lecture, we are going to do computations, calculations. So make sure to stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.